Hey adventurers, today we are going to do our top 5 books of all time list. I realized that we have never done this, so we figured we probably should. This probably goes without saying, but these are probably subject to change. So, I'll start with number 1 because you guys already know what our number 1 is. For me, number 1 is The Lord of the Rings by J.R. Tolkien. I've talked about this book a lot, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore right now.
So the first book for me is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. This is one of my all-time favorite books, and it's definitely in first place for my top 5 books.
Next book that I put on this list is The Giver by Lois Lowry. I was kind of trying to decide between The Giver and Gathering Blue, but I think ultimately I love The Giver more. So, yeah.
So my second book is also The Giver. One thing I will say about our list, for me especially, I know that I have them in a numbered order, but I don't think that's entirely accurate. I don't think I could definitely place Little Women as my all-time favorite book. It definitely is, responds with genre and style and mood that what my actual favorite book is at the time.
I would agree with that. Lord of the Rings, I generally say it's my favorite book of all time because it's just easy to say that and to remember.
Right.
And it probably will always be in my top 3. So
Exactly, same with Little Women.
the next book on my list is The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. I read this for the first time last summer and it absolutely blew me out of the water. It was just so good. I don't know, it was so simple, it was so atmospheric, and just a story about an old guy sitting on his boat, and it was interesting. It was slow, yes, but it wasn't boring. And I think that's very interesting that Hemingway was able to write this story so well.
The third book on my list is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I have ranted and raved so much about this book. I really, really love it, and I think it's going to be one of my top all-time favorite books for quite a while in my life.
These last two, I'm really not sure if they should be in my top 5 favorite, but I think I'm going to put them here because I really love them, and these are the ones that kept coming back into my mind. The first one is Mistborn: The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. I've talked about my love for Brandon Sanderson's work many, many times on this channel, and Mistborn I have read the most of any of his books. I think I've read it 3, maybe 4 times. So I really love this book, and I really love this series as a whole, and his works as a whole.
The fourth book on my list is Dust by Kara Swanson. I think this is the one position in my top 5 books that's going to fluctuate the most as I find a new book. But it's definitely this same YA type of story that always fills this place. So right now it's Dust by Kara Swanson. I recently read this and did a review on it, and I really, really love it. So this one's top 4.
And the 5th book that I have on this list is Madameo by Brian Jakes. Of all the Redwall series, I think this might be my all-time favorite Redwall book. It is the direct sequel to Redwall, and it tells a story of Madameo. I don't know how to explain this very much, but it's just a very interesting story. It's a lot darker than some of his other Redwall books, and for some reason that just really works with this specific story, and it just really added to my enjoyment of it as a whole. So Madameo is my 5th book currently.
So my 5th book I don't actually own a copy of, and that is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I was trying to think of what to put in the 5th book position, and I went through a lot of ideas, books I really, really loved. But Frankenstein kept coming back. I remember reading it, the vibe was so, so unique, and I really did enjoy it. The themes were also really, really different, something you don't see a lot in a story, and those are really fun to follow.
Thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed this. Let us know what your top 5 favorite books of all time is down in the comments below. We try to post videos every Monday and Thursday. Thanks for watching. Stay warm.